Hello everyone, welcome back to Northern Sounds ASMR. Now, following on from our grown-ups colouring in book, I thought it might be interesting to do some ultimate Dot2Dot. You see what they did there? They put a number 2 in. So I'm hoping that this is the second version, and I'm hoping to find the first version. I used to adore doing dot to dot when I was a child. Something I was capable of, I suppose. For those of you who've seen the other videos about the colouring it in, you'll have heard me say that I'm dyspraxic, so things like this, colouring in, is very difficult for me to stay in between the lines. It shows itself in other forms. Some people can't ride bicycles, they can't balance, that kind of thing. But I thought this would be fun because I used to enjoy doing this when I was a little one. So we've got more Sharpie pens. Sharpie, if you're listening and you want to sponsor me, you're more than welcome. Everybody likes a Sharpie, don't they? Now this is the ultra fine point permanent marker. Ultra fine point permanent marker. So, really jumping the gun, aren't I? Shall I put that back on? And we'll decide which we're going to do. So in here we've got the ultimate dot-to-dot guarantee of quality. See inside. Well, I will see inside in a moment. The mindful way to relax and unwind. Well, that's also good. Over 10,000 dots with 335 to 752 dots per picture. So we've got plenty of dots to follow with our pencil. I'm just looking at this outside picture here, and it lacks a certain flow, dot to dot. It's a bit straight line. We'll see what we can do. As we know, I'm perfect and never make mistakes, so we'll see what we can do with these things. But there's a couple of crackers in there. I do like a good pair of bongos. See what's inside, shall we? Ultimate issue number 65. Wow, issue number 65. And Ultimate Dot-to-Dot. Welcome to the new issue of Ultimate Dot-to-Dot. It says it's cold out there, so get out your ruler and pencils. Curl up under a blanket and allow yourself to relax with the latest puzzles. Ruler, well, Queen Elizabeth II, that kind of ruler? Or am I just being facetious now, aren't I? Yeah. The ultimate dot-to-dot guarantee of quality. See inside. Well, we're inside. We promise. All original, hand-drawn designs. Tick. Realistic, lifelike images. Tick. No crossing through of dots and numbers that you will later need. Sirens blowing there, blues and twos. We don't get many sirens around here, it's unusual. Anyway, back to what we were doing. Tick no crossing through of dots and numbers that you will later need. So I assume that means that when you fall around, you won't be cutting across and you won't be able to find your number. Every dot to dot double tested. Tick. I don't know what that means, but good fun all the same. 100% satisfaction. All your money back. and Jenny Cook, the editor. Okay, let's have a quick look at what we've got here. We've got a person. I assume that these things on the front here are what's inside. So that's looks like a youngish person with a bowl stirring food. Yeah, there's that one. It's got 335 dots eventually. Might be a bit much to start with, if it's all me. And we've got this, which looks to be, would you say that's some kind of flower? I'm not the horticulturalist, so I wouldn't know which flower is which. Then that looks like a person with a hair bun. Let's assume it might be a man with a man bun, but I'm thinking from a purely sexist perspective, it's probably a woman. Got page 4. What's on the back, by the way? Just the same pictures that were on the front. Anthem. Happier, healthier living. Anthem Publishing. Nice advert for them, isn't it? Ultimate Dot2Dot. I don't even recognise it if I screw my eyes up. Man with a beard, perhaps. That is, they look very complicated, don't they? I thought it was meant to be easy peasy stuff. That I haven't got a clue what that could be. Not the photo. That way up. Is it a cake or a spaceship? I don't know. What's on page 6? That's a person with something on there. This side of things. I really don't know, people. I don't know. I'm making stuff up here. More people with flying saucers in the background. This one is something else. Excuse me, a little frog in my throat. I've been drinking too much coffee today. I should have been drinking more water. That looks like someone playing a didgeridoo, doesn't it? Well, they're very close together. I'm not sure if I can see them. What's this? This one looks suitably easy, doesn't it? Well, I'm going to stick with my fine point Sharpie. So it says connect dots 1 to 426, then connect dots 427 to 484. Well, I would hope it would go in order, otherwise what's the point of having it numbered? And of course the other thing is then you have to find number 1, don't you? So that 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So where's number 1? Where on earth is number 1, people? Help me out here. This is with my specs on that I can't see. Number 2, there's number 1 there. So should we give it a try? See what we've got. So are they expecting you to do this with a rule? It's really a straight edge. We'll see, shall I? Put my specs back over. 2 to 3 to 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, it is following a certain routine, a certain pattern. I wonder if I'm going to be able, while I do this, to ramble, because I think originally my thought process was, while I did this, I would ramble about nonsense, but I mean that's already it said before, no going through numbers that you'll later need. Well, that 18 and 12 are very close together, as are 13 and 17. So I sound like I'm just complaining. I don't mean to complain. 14, 15, 16, and I don't mean to just sit here and count numbers out loud either. 17, 18, although that appears to be what I'm doing. 19, and then we're up to 20. Okay, so we're on a bit of a roll there. Go up this way. So, right out of the blue, I got a phone call. That's not strictly true. Right out of the blue, my wife got a phone call from a colleague who said that family members of hers were allowed to go and have their COVID jab. There was 29 people, and there's 28, that was 29. Yeah, okay, I don't know, that's 28, 29, and 30. And now I have to find 31. So it was basically with half an hour's notice, we jumped in the car and drove 40 miles to a place of work where I was injected with my anti-COVID vaccine, which I'm very pleased about. But I still can't find number 31. How on earth are you meant to concentrate and do this and chat to people at the same time? You're not supposed to, are you? No, you're not. You're supposed to concentrate on this, nothing else. 30. I can find 35, 33, 32. There's 31 there. Look at it, hiding. Hiding. So 32, 33. So I'm really pleased, but 34. I did have this very young. You know you're aging when you start saying that policemen and medical staff are very young, don't you? This very young. I'm assuming she was a nurse. She had a uniform, a nurse-style uniform on. And she jabbed me in the arm. She was a little brutal, I'll be honest. It's practice, isn't it, with everything. I recently had a flu jab from my GPs, and I'd never had a vaccine as an adult. It's the first time I had a flu jab, and I didn't feel a thing. I'm also very pleased that is that 34? I was just going, that's 35, 36, 37. We've done that already. Oh, I'm getting a bit confused here. 37, 38, 39. Going back that way. Oh, it's on the outside. So 34, 35, 36, 39, 40. I told you it was confusing. And I've completely forgotten what I was talking about. I'm sure it wasn't really important. I was talking about injections, wasn't I? Well, I'm happy that I've had it. I feel the antibodies zooming around my interior as we speak. So there's 49 there. And 50. And 51 is there. I see why it's straight lines, because I suppose that's what you need your rule, because if it wasn't a straight line like this, and I'm not particularly good at drawing straight lines, then you'll overlap and make a complete boo-boo of things like me. I think that was supposed to be there, 56. I seem to have cocked that one up. Am I allowed to say cock up? I suppose I am, aren't I? I'm a grown-up after all. So, yeah, I'm really pleased that I've had my jab. It also means that I can begin to go out into the real world because, as I've mentioned to you, I am it's not even part-time, it's called casual caring. I think I'm a casual carer of an aged auntie. And she is desperate to go outside. She's been shielding for nearly a year. And now that we've had our jab, there is a very well-known, very big garden centre with a huge outside area 4 miles from where she lives, so, or 3.5 miles from where she lives. So I'll be able to drive her and we'll be able to walk around in the open air looking at flowers, and that will give us some mental stimulation that she desperately needs, I think. Because she's a bright girl and needs stimulus. Like we all do, of course. Like we all do. Is this making any sense to anything? I've got a monitor that I've set up with this camera microphone setup. Otherwise, it's pretty much guesswork to me what I'm doing. So I'm just having a quick look at the monitor. Oh, I see. It's the bulb of a flower, isn't it? Okay, good. We're getting there. Because when you're this close with the pen, you can't really see it. So I need to go down and back up. 85 there, 86 there, 87 there, 88 like that. 89 and 90. Wow, this number stuff's remarkable, isn't it? Wonder who invented that. I know. Probably the Chinese. There's 92 there. 93 there. And which way have I got 94 now? Does anybody know? Oh, look, it's down there. It's down there. Keep going. Keep heading south, Matthew. Got it. I was explaining to my aged aunt that I was doing this ASMR thing on YouTube. ASMR thing? That's quite disrespectful, isn't it? And because she doesn't really understand what it is. So I was explaining about Grace V introducing, while I was listening to one of her, what do you call this? One of her little videos. And she was explaining about southern ASMR sounds, this lovely Texan voiced lady. And not only did I mention that, as soon as I mentioned that, the very next day, Grace V is listening to one of Mary's videos. So that was really quite interesting. To little old me. So we're cutting back across now, 97 to 98. And then back up to 99. There, we're hit 100 people, we've hit 100. Amazing. I don't know about you people, but I'm having a good time. Certainly the things that keep your attention, isn't it? I've been trying to entertain my 2 young dogs this morning. Because they're 6 months old now. We have a pair of fox terriers. Absolutely beautiful creatures. Very bouncy, as all creatures of that age are. And terribly nice and terribly well behaved, really, considering. And they they don't always want to do what you want them to do. Have you noticed that with young dogs? Yeah. So I had to take them out. We've got a huge garden here. I had to take them outside into the long lawn and let them run up and down. And what they normally do, as I'm searching for 115, what they normally do is hare around like crazy. For 20 minutes they run round and round and round, and they eat bits of tree and chew all the things they're not supposed to chew and all of that stuff. And this morning they went outside and they had a sniff and they walked around and they pulled a couple of daffodils out of the ground that are not flowered yet, that are growing, because that's what little dogs do. And then lay on the ground and started to chew pieces of wood, which really isn't the object of the exercise. The object of the exercise is to exercise, in fact. And see if, I'm at that stage where I can't see with glasses on, I can't see with glasses off. That's awful, isn't it? The object of the exercise, is to run around like crazy, because I've got a video to make, and my missus was in my office. I'm a hypnotherapist by trade, and I have a therapy room. And in that therapy room, I have an area where we've got desks, and normally an area where I do the filming for these things. And it's very quiet, very comfortable, and I like it a lot. But my wife is in the middle of doing a master's degree, and of course it's all online. So she was doing workshops. So for the past 2.5 days, she's been in there solid, so I haven't been able to get into my room. But I was trying to keep the dogs quiet while she was sitting. I suppose it's an exam, isn't it, really? If you do a degree and you're doing a workshop, and at the end of that workshop you're assessed, it's all part of you don't sit a final exam, but it's all part of the examination process for your master's degree in things which are way above my head. Now, where are we? 127, 128 we're looking for. There's 128 down there. So back up. Back the truck up. 129, 130, 131. A bit of a roll again, people. Bit of a roll. A bit of a roll, not a fast moving thing, but a bit of a roll. Yes, no Picasso, am I? I was complaining about the, you remember, not complaining, I was saying that looks a bit juvenile. Now I'm thinking, it looks far better than that. It's too late now. We can't go backwards, can we? I'm resting my elbow, because I'm on a table here. I'm resting my elbow that's attached to this hand on a cushion that was bought for us, which I really think is really rather sweet. It says dogs are my favourite people. Do like that. See, waffling again. 137 to 138. That's 139. That's 139. So 140 we're after now. See, this is where you have to use your brain and the aha. 140. 141. It's got to be around here somewhere. God, we don't stop until we get to 426. 141, there it is. So we just go round that way. We won't go in perfect straight lines, because perfect straight lines will get us in the mire, I think. 142. Back down to 143, do you see? And then we'll it is there, 144. And we're crisscrossing down to 145. And that's where you go, grind to a halt. Oh no, look. If we turn it slightly that way, there's 146 there. 147. 148, 149. I had a sister. I say had a sister. Fortunately, she passed away many moons ago, when I was but a slip of a boy, and she was very talented. You know, when you get that member of your family, if you have a big family, and I'm from a relatively big family. Not by American standards. The United States do seem to produce large families, don't they? But there were enough of us, and 5 children in all. And this one particular sister, all my sisters are fat, but this one particular sister was particularly clever. She had brain power on her. She used to design computer software before it was called computer software. It used to be called computer input design, and she worked for a company called Plessey, which has long since gone by the wayside. I'm looking for 159 now. And she was very clever, and she could speak French really easily. She was just able to, do you know one of those people? She could just pick it up. 159. She could just pick it up. It was simple for her. And she was also really good at sketching and painting. Really good at it. I was very envious of that. I was never that way inclined. I recently found a sketch way back when I was in showbiz, when I was in show business all those years ago. When I was a slip of a lad. We moved house a year ago, and I found an old libretto and score of a show I was in. 169, we have to search around for 170 now, people. It'll be here somewhere. It will be here somewhere. Oh look, I seem to have managed to get the microphone in the shot. I didn't realise that. 170. And while we're rehearsing, there's a very talented young man, and now he'll be a very talented middle-aged man. There's 170 there. And he went by the name of Alan Hardman. Manchester lad. And he drew a sketch of me in my libretto, which is a book of the words. So you'll have, for those that don't know, you'll have the score, you'll have the dots, musical score, and you'll have a separate book, which is the libretto, the words. And he drew a sketch of me in full costume, top hat, the whole shebang, which I was really pleased about and swore one day that I would frame. Anyway, we moved house a year ago, almost to the day. And as we moved house, things unearth themselves, don't they? And I found it again. And I've since put it back in safekeeping. 179, there's 180 there. Put it back for safekeeping somewhere. And I will. I think we're due to settle here. I think I'll cut it out of the libretto and I'll frame it and put it on the wall. Because it's a really nice memory, and they're rare, aren't they? Nice memories. So I'm very pleased about having that. 182, that's 183. And we all got back in touch with each other. And I won't give you too much detail because it's boring. It's boring for you, that is. Through Facebook, we all got back in touch with each other. A big cast, lots of people. And it's been great fun to catch up and send the odd silly message to each other. And we've obviously, for the whole idea was we would have this major reunion, and that hasn't been able to happen. So hopefully that won't have completely gone by the wayside. It would be good to see some of these people again. It would be good to see all of them, but in particular some of them in the flesh again and have a giggle. But we'll see what's what. 92. These things go on forever, don't they, people? 93, 194, 195, 196, 197. There. A bit of a flash roll again. I'm not doing it with a rule because I think freehand gives it more of a frisson, don't you? Sound like Del Boy now. And for those of you who may be watching and listening who don't live in the UK, you probably don't know who Del Boy is. Google it. Excellent sitcom. I don't think I'm leaping ahead. I think I'm doing well. That's all right. The other thing about dyspraxia is your short-term memory, your working memory is rubbish. So I have to concentrate very hard on things, otherwise it all goes out of the window. So far, so good anyway. 217 to 218, so I have to be careful of not scrubbing out numbers that I'll need to find. Like that. 225, 226 is down there, 226. 227 is down there, back to 228. And then we're looking for 229, which is there. Seems a little circuitous, don't you think? Who am I? I'm just the person with the pen following the dots, aren't I? I'm not the guy who drew it and then decided where the dots would be. Reverse engineering, isn't it? 229, yes, 230 I need, don't I? You wonder what I keep saying this because otherwise I don't remember. I'll go, oh, what number? I've written over it and I can't remember which number I'm after. 231's 232 is right there. 33, 34. I like it when we get on a bit of a roll. 37. I have to look around for 238. Oh, right there. My voice cracked then. It wasn't, like that. It wasn't a deliberate thing, because this is a softly spoken video, so I'm trying to keep the volume of my voice down, obviously. But have you noticed the fashion lately for the cracked voice? Especially Californians and talking like that, and then they never seem to have enough breath to finish the sentence, and it always comes out like that at the end. The only problem with that is, of course, that you sound just like everybody else. Where's the individuality in your voice? Where's the tonal quality? Where's the originality of being you? I like people to be themselves, to be original, instead of all looking like Kim Kardashian. When I was a wee nipper, the fashion that hit big time was punk. And like all uniforms, it becomes a trope, doesn't it? It becomes a statement of who you're pretending to be, so you all have the same hairstyle and the same clothing. And I suppose that's what's happening now with the Kardashian and the Whites and all talking like that. And it's spreading over into the UK as well. Lots of people speak of that cracked voice. And you'll never have an individual. You'll never be an individual. And you find that with singers and singer-songwriters, and they're all trying to sound exactly the same. And then you get somebody that comes along like what is his name? The guy sang I'm Only Human. Big, hefty guy, tattoos, piercings, with the most beautiful soul voice, original sounding voice, original sounding songs, and guess what? Boom, it works for him. And his career takes off, and he's very, very good, and you hear his voice and you know it's him. Rather than some of these things you hear and you haven't got a clue who these people are. You wouldn't know them if you fell over them. Am I sounding sufficiently like a miserable old man? Good. I think I've deserved. I've been around long enough that I deserve the right to be a miserable old man. I've done that wrong. Look. That should have gone there, 263, and it didn't. It went there, silly boy, because I was jabbering on. 263, I need 264 now. What have I done with that? Oh, it's back there, look. 264, 65, 66, 7, 68, 69, 70. You're basically following yourself around again, Matthew. There you are. So that little error, as an old friend of mine used to say, mirror, an error. Lovely girl. That error has negated itself now. It doesn't really matter that it's there. 272, 273 is what we're after now. Back up. 74 and 75. Then I'm a bit lost on the 276. Oh, we dropped down a bit. To go back up, 277. Back up to 278, 209, 280, 81, and 282, looking for 283. There it is there. Up there like that. And we want 284, 85, 86, 87. 288 is next on our list. Help me out here, people. Where am I going? Where am I looking? 287, and we need 288. I'll come across it sooner or later. 289 is there. So I need to, oh, there's 288 there, look at that. So that's 288 to 289 to 91, 2, 3, 294, 295, 290, bit of a roll. 299, we're nearly at 300 people, we're on a definite path to glory here. Up through there to 300, 301. Now I have to take my specs. The spectacles are removed, people. Removed. 301, 302. Can you see that with my fingers all over the place? It's in the way, isn't it? 302, 303. 304, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. It makes you wonder why you have to do a lot of these things. So it's dot to dot, so you don't take the nib off the page, I assume. There's children around the world going, of course that's the reason, you idiot. So 308, 309, 10, 11, 12, right. Trying to be sensible and 11, 12, 13, 14. Trying to look ahead. I try to look ahead generally. I've discovered over the years, over life, I'm sure you all have too, that it always helps to have a plan. Even if that plan goes to hell in a handcart, to use an Americanism. 320, 321, I'm looking for. No matter what you do, you have a plan, you've got everything laid out in front of you, and invariably these things change, invariably. So 320, 328. So we've got 321 in amongst here. 23, 24. So 321 there, 321. And 322. Okay, so 321 to 322, but 320 to 321. We'll go there like that. I'm sure this isn't how you're supposed to do it. I'm sure there's rules that you're not meant to take your pen off the page. I'm certain that's the case. But, what can you do when your boots let in? Not a lot. 2, 334, 335, 336, 337. So we're nearly halfway through this. 337, 38, 339. See, anyone else would have had this done by now, wouldn't they? It would be done, dusted, finished. Everyone would go, wow, look at that picture, that's amazing. All done and dusted. 343, 344, 345, 346, 347, 348. Right, I get it. Did you see that? Up. And I think it is the idea is that you don't take your pen off the page. But, well, it's not a competition, is it? Oh, it is? Okay. Everything's a competition. 361 and 62, 3, 4, 5. 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, and then back up around 77, 78, 79. Okay, we're making some progress. We're seeing some shapes here, aren't we? We're seeing some things that actually are doing the do. I've lost my place again. 3. Oops. Oops. I seem to have missed a couple of steps. Haven't I? See that? I think they're supposed to have joined. I didn't do that. 380 line, I'm a bit lost, people. I've got a 389, 390, 91, 92. I hope I'm in the right vicinity. Although, 396, 397, frankly, it really is. You have to concentrate quite a lot on this. I'm surprised at how much you have to concentrate. That'd be 401 there for a 2. Surprised at how much you have to concentrate. For a roll like that. Yeah. Makes sense. That makes sense. No, I've mislaid. 4, 5, 4, 1, 6, I see. And then back to 4, 1, 7, 4, 1, 8, 4, 1, 9. See, as an overview, you'd figure this out, but when you're this close, it's not so easy to figure out. 426, 1 to 426, and that's that one done. And then 427 to 484 is the next one you have to do, so we're looking now for 427. So that's got to be in amongst this lot, hasn't it? In amongst this bunch. Here, 427. 427. Needle in a haystack. I can see 437. 429. 428. That's 428, 429. That's 427 there. 429. 430. 431. And then we need the 432. Yes. 33. Wow, I didn't really realise it'd be this hard. 434. 35. 36. Maybe this is where you do need your roller. 39. 440. We're into 441 territory. I need to find that. 440. 441. He says, dropping the pen. There. 442. 443 and 4. And 445 is there, 446. And then we're after 447. I think I need a new prescription on my specs that I've not got on my face, so I can see what's going on. 447 we're looking for, people. 447. Right there. Right there. 448. 449. 450 being the next one. Oh, look, there, through there, like that. 451. And then we need 452. Don't we? I mean, we'll get there. There it is. There, it's hidden. Well, it's bound to be hidden, isn't it, really, underneath all that? 53. Oh, no, you see, that should have gone there to there. But don't let that worry you. 54. 55, like that. 456. 457, 58, 59 and 60. But that's 458. Oh dear Lord. 59 and 60. Oh, it's all going Pete Tong. 460, 461 there, 462 and 63 and 64. 465, 466 and 467. Oh, that's terribly messy, isn't it? 468. Come and help me, people. Come on. If you can see it, shout out. Let me know where it is. 467, 468. Any advances on 467? I'm this close to giving up. 468 is there, look. So I have to go from here to there, to there, to there, to there, to there, there, and there. Cross the border. 79, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84. And all of a sudden, it is complete. What do you think of that, people? What do you think of that? Was that a good pastime? Was that worth it? Was that worthwhile? Hard to say. I think I enjoyed the colouring in more than finding the dot to dot, but then that's because I don't know, maybe I was too close. Maybe I need more light, more generic light. I don't know either way. It took quite a time. So I'm going to call it a day, and we'll choose another one next time. Not that one. We'll choose one that is less. That's a little more straightforward. He says, hopefully. We can see that at least that's a face and hair, which looks a bit like, I think it's meant to be an android. It looks a bit Star Wars-esque to me. I did notice, however, look, Colouring Heaven, they're made special. And Hatsune Miku, Colouring Heaven collection. These manga cartoons, I used to love these when I was a child. Anyway, time to call the ultimate dot to dot to an end today. So we'll see you next time. Thanks for joining in. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. If you've got any comments, you know where I am. Take care. Stay safe. See you soon. Bye for now.